This is Private First Class Patrick Bergy. He was recently one of 2 insiders to come forward in a documentary that is taking the internet by storm. This documentary is known as Shadowgate. Shadowgate details out an artificial intelligence that is being used to manipulate all of mankind. In the past, these type of operations were conducted by real people in shady groups within our government. This document, published by The Intercept in 2015, talks about a few of the capabilities of these types of programs. They upload videos to YouTube with persuasive communications to discredit and promote distrust. They create Facebook groups, forums, blogs, and Twitter accounts to influence and monitor discussions on a topic. They create aliases and online personalities who support these discussions. They can send you messages from a fake person online or even mimic someone you know. If they can do this, are our friends online even really our friends? Or are our enemies online disguised as our friends? The mere fact that these type of operations go on is scary enough. But Patrick Bergy and his team helped take it to the next level. They built a software that utilizes artificial intelligence to automate every single one of these tasks. This artificial intelligence has access to the most intimate details of our lives. It can leverage our text messages, our browsing history, our social media posts, friends, messages, likes, and follows. It can even access our financial records and all of our medical records. This data is then analyzed by the program and used to form a behavioral profile of every man, woman, and child in the world. The software then takes all of that data, crunches it together, and determines the best way to manipulate us. This manipulation can be used to get you to say, think, or do anything they want. Who is they? Well, according to Patrick Bergy, this software is available to everyone. If you haven't seen the movie Shadowgate, I recommend you go watch it after watching this video. I've done my best to describe this artificial intelligence to you, but it is actually capable of so much more. If you go watch this documentary, I think you will have a good understanding of exactly what we are dealing with. Now, prior to this documentary, on January 25th, 2020, me, Cosmic Clearance, and Reach Echo Voice on Twitter interviewed Patrick Bergy. After watching this documentary, we went back through our footage and found some clips that we think have some valuable information to bring to this story. And these clips are bombshells.
It feels like it's even stronger than the atomic bomb. It's like a digital atomic bomb, possibly the greatest weapon, mass destruction in the history of mankind, and it's covert. You don't even know that you're missing the tools that you need to make the decision.
Planet will be completely habitable, but you could literally there are well-known, renowned scholars that believe that this technology is has the potential of destroying humanity as we know it. You can influence entire continent. You can move mass migrations of people.
So we know that they're manipulating the search engines, algorithms, timelines, feeds, etc. But can you confirm if they're able to control feelings, moods, or thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. Their own tests have acknowledged that. So yeah, they can alter the outcome of an election. They've already verified that, and they did it in very simple ways, right? IIA, the stuff that we worked on, is not just a bunch of random fabricated personas, right? They're not bots. They are complex, detailed personas that are finely tuned to be able to almost make it impossible to tell that it's not it's a real person, but it's part of an active influence operation, right? I've gone to Mueller. I've done all this stuff, right? I basically pioneered the same social media psychological warfare capabilities that we indicted the Russians for. So Jung has some very interesting arguments on man's persona, right, and man's shadow, like they're tied together. The shadow net is basically designed to hack man's shadow.
How do we
That's
protect against that? Is there a way?
Just knowledge, understanding.
Okay.
There is not a way. People are easy to manipulate. You have the ability to sort out the ones that are subjectable, right? So I get people all the time saying, "Oh, you couldn't do that. You couldn't convince me to do something or change my..." And you're probably right. But if I scan 1 million of you, I'm going to find some, right?
Right.
And if I can get a detailed enough understanding of the target, then I can manipulate it. So maybe you can't. Maybe you're right, at least on a particular situation. But I bet you there's a situation that would come up that if I built these profiles and I did select you as a target, you'd be a target for one of them. And it might just be setting someone else to do something else. Like I could befriend you on social media because I want my target's actually one of your friends, maybe 2 relationships over. You see what I mean?
Right.
So we use these fake personas and such to be able to get to where we're going. But think about it. The same time they removed psyoping of Americans with the Smith-Mundt modification in 2012, the very next year, Obama phones went from free Obama phones for text messaging to they included internet access on the Obama phones, right? And that's like 1, 2, 3. It happens. The Smith-Mundt modification, release of that, and then the ability to, and think about what information, what data the government has on every Obama phone, because think about all of the information. You think that's a free phone? Nothing's free, baby. You are giving up a lot of information. And now, how hard would it be for someone like Jones, who could potentially, he was Obama's national security advisor, could potentially have access to every Obama phone, right? And could that be used to turn African Americans against President Trump?
Yep.
Absolutely. Yes. Without a doubt.
What about the school shooting thing? You said
could that be used to trigger someone to shoot up a school? Absolutely.
Now, is that the type of world that we want to live in? A world where every evil organization you can think of has access to a technology that can cause children to go and shoot up their own schools? Well, according to Patrick Bergy, that's the type of world we live in. Is this technology responsible for the caravans? The explosion of Black Lives Matter? What about all the school shootings in the past? How many things is this technology influencing in this movie that we're living in? Well, given that this technology is available to anyone who wants it, I would say the answer to that question is everything.